Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the developments shaping markets, capital access, and business decision-making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. The National Commercial Bank of Jamaica says it has doubled the size of its SME growth fund to $2 billion from the $1 billion initially allocated. The move is aimed at supporting small and medium-sized businesses in the wake of the 7.1% contraction in economic activity because of Hurricane Melissa in the final quarter of this year. The bank says applications for the expanded facility opened April 16, noting that the additional funding is intended to help businesses stabilize operations, improve productivity, and drive sustained growth. That said, Aubin Hill, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, is urging the bank to go even further. Minister Hill is calling for the fund to be increased to $5 billion Jamaican dollars to better support the sector in acquiring new technologies and boosting productivity. The expansion of the NCB SME Growth Fund carries immense significance. When the fund was launched in 2025 with $1 billion Jamaican dollars, it was substantial and addressed a major challenge in Jamaican small businesses, which is access to affordable financing. The response was immediate, and the funds were fully taken up ahead of schedule, which shows that our entrepreneurs are ready to expand. Sagicor Group Jamaica, headed by CEO Christopher Zaka, recently received a score of good creditworthiness from Caribbean Information and Credit Rating Services Limited, CARI-CRIS. CARI-CRIS also assigned a stable outlook on the ratings. The stable outlook reflects the high likelihood that the group will continue to maintain profitable operations over the next 12 to 15 months. This is supported by relatively resilient insurance revenues, strong customer retention, and continued execution of strategic initiatives focused on product development, digital transformation, and operational efficiency. For the financial year 2025, Sagicor Group Jamaica's net profit attributable to stockholders rose 75% to 16.22 billion Jamaican dollars, driven by strong performances across insurance, investments, and banking. Insurance revenue increased by 5.75 billion year over year. For the trading period of April 17, 2026, the most actively traded securities were Kintyre Jamaica Limited with 7,288,753 units, or 23.14% of market sales activities. JMMB Group Limited 9.5% with 6,331,452 units, representing 20.1% of market sales activities. Fosterrich Company Limited with 4,431,284 units, representing 14.07% of market sales activities. Investor activity remained concentrated in finance and distribution plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market based on Bank of Jamaica data for April 17, 2026. Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. For the US dollar, trading margins reflected steady liquidity, with the US selling at $157.13 and buying at $159.12. For the Canadian dollar, moderate gains supported by 25-cent transaction spread. The Canadian dollar sold for $116.04 and was bought for $115.79. For the British pound, continued volatility offered short-term trading opportunities of $1.73 in profits for the banks. The British pound sold for $215.39 and was bought for $213.66. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt servicing, or overseas exposure. For the credit report tip of the day, when people think about winning government contracts or securing large institutional clients, they focus on proposals, pricing, and technical capability. Those matter. But there's a quieter factor working in the background that can either open doors or shut them completely. This is your credit report. At this level, you're no longer just selling a service, you're asking to be trusted with significant responsibility, timelines, and often public or investor-backed funds. Credit becomes a proxy for how you manage obligations. It signals whether you're reliable under pressure, consistent in your commitments, and disciplined in your operations. If your goal is to attract higher value clients, your credit strategy needs to be intentional, which is pay all obligations on time. Consistency matters more than perfection. Keep credit utilization low to demonstrate control over cash flow. Build relationships with financial institutions before you need them. Regularly review your credit report for accuracy and gaps. Separate personal and business credit to strengthen your professional profile. For our funded and focused feature, when you stay connected to the Caribbean, you can sell to more people and enter new markets. So if you are living overseas, don't close the door on your Caribbean connections. Programs supported by, for example, the Government of Canada show that businesses grow when they reach across borders. Still, distance can make things slower, like shipping, communication, and decision making. However, with the right systems, particularly AI, the extra customers can be worth it. Support is not just motivation, it's access. You need mentors who have already built businesses across countries, connectors who can introduce you to buyers, partners, and investors, peer groups of women doing similar work in the Caribbean, the US, Canada, or the UK, and research from Women Entrepreneurship Knowledge Hub shows women grow faster when they have strong networks and mentorship. The goal, be in rooms where decisions are made, not just discussed. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing clarity to capital markets and strategy. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.